welcome back to the Rad Nauseam YouTube channel. Today, for your high quality paper content, we have round 3 of the Rad Nauseam Invitational Qualifier for the event to end all events. Our first 2 rounds are already up on our YouTube, so you can jump in and have a look at those. This round 3 is going to be Volti on Selesnya bots versus Raymond on Esper midrange. And we have deck expert Cull here to give us the rundown. Cull, how's it going?
I am doing great this evening. I'm fresh out of work and just happy to be here to watch these games.
As am I. I just got back from gym. There's a lot of caffeine coursing through my system right now. So let's jump straight into these decks. And let's look at this Esper midrange deck for a second. Jace the Mind Sculptor. What year is it?
What year is it, right? Have you got a time machine going on here? Now this deck is so sweet. Raymond, usually I've played with them before at Games Portal. They're usually playing a bit of Mardu, and they're actually my round 1 opponent during the Invitational, and they fetched a Tundra, and I was getting a bit worried. I was like, that's not a Mardu land coming out of it, and it was a Esper midrange. But nothing too stock here. There's a few spicy additions.
Oh yeah,
a Deep Cavern Bat.
That's
a creature suite.
A cube staple, that one, Deep Cavern Bat. I love.
Cube staple.
Yeah.
Everyone's picked that on Vintage Cube, right? That thing's a house.
It's so insane on Vintage Cube. Yeah. I'll take your best card.
There's a Him to Turok that took only 2 good cards in my hand game 1 against him.
That's not Him to Turok. Are you talking about Gerard's Verdict, the pre-modern staple?
I'm talking about Him to Turok.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, Gerard's It's also, like, what are we doing? What year is it? This card is so sick.
Gold card on our Esper deck. We've got 2 other gold cards in the instant suite that I'm a big fan of. Yep. We've got a Fracture, and we have a Void Rend.
Void
Rend for just the silly frogs and stuff you don't want to let hop away, I guess, from you.
Yeah, kill anything for Esper mana. That's kind of
your choice. Yeah.
Yeah, look, some interesting inclusions. I think a lot of people tend to lean towards, these kind of like quote-unquote mainstream removal spells when there is some really cool stuff that you can be doing. Stuff like Heartless Act, Shoot the Sheriff, Long Goodbye. These are all removal spells that we don't see that often. I mean, I guess Long Goodbye sometimes, but they're neat, They're almost always online, and they're really powerful, and they do the job, I think this is a really cool suite of interaction from Raymond, and a really cool deck. And we do have a Volcanic Island as well in here.
I just noticed that there's two blasts on the side that you can't cast with your Esper colors, so
2 red blasts. I think this deck is almost kind of equipped to beat Esper midrange, right? Playing those 2 red blasts off a Volcanic Island, allowing you to also, like Void Rend being uncounterable is really interesting. Him to Tarak and Gerard's Verdict are just like backbreaking against any other midrange or control deck. So maybe Raymond's kind of preparing for some type of mid-range matchup, and obviously Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Giving yourself the 4th color as well lets you Prismatic End a Deadpool, which I'm sure has come up to someone once.
I hate that card. Let's see how Raymond's matchup would go against Volti's Selesnya bots list. Now, we do plan on having Volti jump on for some later rounds to do some commentary, so we'll leave that deck kind of run through for Volti, but this is a pretty sweet Selesnya bots list. We have had Trent on the show already talk through the Selesnya bots deck, but I mean, this deck smashed me. Volti did a victory lap throughout the whole event, and I mean, this is just very cool bots. Cull, what do you think?
Yes, I mean, deck's tried and true. I believe it's very similar to Trent's one. Might be a few different additions like Worm Coil Engine and stuff. I'm not sure if Trent's on those. But yeah, so no blue, no Tinker, no nonsense. Still an Academy, because the card's pretty good when you're playing artifacts. So yeah, kind of all the reliables here, all the staples, an Ugin to rain onto your opponents, and a Flesh Raker to burn them out.
And a Sowing Mika Spawn. That card ruined Legacy.
Control couldn't exist.
Oh my god, we're about to watch it happen in real time. Speaking of, let's jump into our video. Alrighty, so on the left we have Volti, and on the right we have Raymond. And Raymond's going to jump straight into it with a Tameo, Inquisitive Student. That's a pretty great start for our Esper player. It's almost a Howling Mine.
Almost a Howling Mine?
Yeah, it's a one-sided Howling Mine. It draws a card every turn.
Crazy. Playing off the Volk too, so not actually opened up the Esper colors just yet.
Yeah,
playing an
that's
island that might come into a blast game too, I guess, but probably not
yeah.
in this matchup.
And this was a proxy-friendly event, so we did allow, those obviously that volcanic island printing is a bit suspicious. But where's the clue? What is that? That's not a clue. Oh my god, we put that. There's a 4 on it. There's a 4 on it. That's not even. We need to get a judge call for this. There's a glaring flash shaker, and that's a reader for Raymond. Very powerful card for Volty, setting her up. She might even have a 0-drop artifact here to start ramping herself. But what are we doing with this clue token? I'm shaking my fist.
Also, I do believe, for the record, that this volcanic island art does exist.
Is it real?
From the 2018 North American Legacy Champ. So I assume Eternal Weekend 18, there was something going on where this card appeared somewhere, but Mark Poole drew it, and it exists.
Wow. There you go, and it's sitting right in front of us, printed out at Officeworks, and in front of that, I mean, I can't even see if that's a proxy. That could be the real deal. I don't know.
I'm completely wrong. This is a 2023 Asian Legacy Championship. This is something I don't know what this card is, but it is a volcanic island. It taps for blue and it taps for red. That's 2 colors. That makes it a dual land.
That's powerful. That is powerful. So we've played a Nurse's Bauble here, and it looks like the Glowing Fresh Record trigger. So we're kind of we have it all. This is going to be some ramp, and it looks like we have shot the Sheriff. Glaring Flesh Raker is notably not an outlaw, despite how much it feels like it is, and so it's going to get shot, and we're going to get to untap with our Howling Mine. Oh yeah.
Are you a fan of Glowing Flesh Raker?
So we have a Thoughtseize here. As we deal with this Thoughtseize, Volty's laying out the Kozilek's Command, Talisman, Tezzeret, and Golos. Golos notably banning Commander. I don't like Glaring Flesh Raker. I think the card is extremely powerful. I think a lot of MH3 cards are, and I think it just kind of flies under the radar because it's, it's consistent. It's very strong at what it does, but it doesn't go over the top like Kozilek's Command for 20 or Ugin. But I do think it's one of the more powerful cards in the deck. I mean, Volty was able to just play it up for 3 mana, play a 0 mana artifact, and start ramping herself, deal the damage, and that's just the flaw of the card. What do you think? Do you think this card's worth it?
I think the card's really sweet. I think the Colorless Burn and you make your little dudes and the K command becoming like a fireball is sweet. And the card's heinously powerful, but I think it's a sweet card.
Yeah, it gives you reach as well through Ensnaring Bridges, which is a very interesting play pattern for some bots. I guess Volty's not doing that, but it is something you can do. And we've revealed a prismatic ending here off of our Urza's Bauble, and Volty's going to get to draw some extra cards.
Yeah, drawing more cards than your opponent is usually a great start.
That's I believe we have a Trinosphere in hand. I don't think there's a better...
3-ball.
Yep, the big 3-ball and a Grim Monolith. I don't think there's anything better you can do. I guess if you're playing Esper midrange, Cull, how are you trying to beat a deck like bots? What are you trying to do? How do you beat this deck?
I think bots game 1, when you're playing a control deck or a mid-rangey control deck, is quite tricky. I mean, it's a workshop deck, it's an artifact deck. It's going to have a bunch of force checks in it, and you only have like 1 force of will and a negation, which is kind of rough,
Agreed. I think there's only kind of so much removal, and Volty's deck is interestingly it's a very good Urza Saga deck. I think she put more Urza Sagas into play than anyone else on the day, and Urza Saga notably just very good into Tamiyo, into control. There goes Tamiyo with a Kozilek's Command. That's another heinous MH3 card I despise with every fiber of my being.
Tamiyo?
No. Kozilek's Command. What happened to the color pie? What happened?
Wide open. Have you read Ugin? Have you seen this card?
This card does everything. This card reaches through and punches you in the face. It kills Marital Age. As you can see, I'm still tilted about my round 1.
Prince.
Yeah. I've only ever done fair things with Marital Age. Here we go. 4 mana. Boom. There it is. Jace the Mind Sculptor. And it's the heinous...
3-ball, do nothing.
Yeah, the heinous version that's, what is it, a fox?
It's some sort of furry from Bloomberg, yeah.
Yeah. We're brainstorming here.
Fox.
Yeah.
free.
Yeah,
I guess it costs us 4 mana, but it's kind of free.
Yeah, I think so. Jason the Mind Sculptor is probably not the most powerful thing to be doing in Magic nowadays. I mean, it's very good into certain matchups, but if there was ever a deck to go over the top of a Jason the Mind Sculptor, it's probably this Selesnya bots deck. All right, Cull.
The card is still very good. Mind Sculptor is still good, right?
I think
it's just a 4 mana there's a tricky bit these days.
Yeah, I think it's cope. 4 mana, that's Deadpool mana. That card's not good.
Turn 4? How are we getting there?
Never been in turn 4 in my life, especially not against bots. Okay, you're in Volty's shoes. How are you beating Esper mid-range? Is it just curve out?
I think I just want to slam as many big permanents as I can, as many times as I can. I just want to keep presenting threats and things that the control deck has to worry about, and eventually they can't answer them all. When I faced Raymond round 1, unfortunately I had everything counted from a curve of 1, 2, 3, 4, and it didn't look great for me. But with a deck like bots, they've got even more things to worry about. You just need to keep slamming these things and hope you can draw into threats. So unfortunately we've drawn a lot of lands on Volty's side, but I mean, goal is finding Saga. Saga's more than the land, we're starting to push towards something here. We're going to be putting 2 dudes into play, I assume, at some point. 2 little robot.
Yeah, Saga is a very powerful card against control as well. I find that control having to trade with Saga constructs feels very bad, for you as the control player, because you're trading your resources with what's just essentially a land that also goes and replaces itself with a like a candelabra or something. Like, just it's bad all the way down.
Yeah, playing it in lands, I think Saga is one of the greater cards into the control matchup. Like, once you replay it for the first time with a Crucible or a Loam or something, you're just making them have to use cards on your not cards, your tokens. You just make it halfway through. So that's kind of wearing out their resources, and that's where you have to go. So Raymond having to remove the 3 ball here with the pending, which doesn't really affect its tax, luckily, the way Prismatic Ending is worded. And then we're Heartless acting the goal.
Yeah,
so
we are.
Heartless, Commander players hate him, and so does Raymond.
I can't wait for the Heartless Act reprint in the Avatar set, where they put a muzzle and upper. Real ones know that episode.
Don't do it to me.
Put a muzzle and upper. I mean, if you're the Esper control player, we're almost at a point where we're starting to feel a little bit safe. We have this Jace in play. Volty has no creatures to attack with just yet. We have our mana in front of us with a clue. If there was ever a point where you were starting to feel comfortable, it's now. It's just we're kind of we're at mercy to this Urza Saga, because these constructs are going to get very big very quickly.
Yeah, I think we're kind of approaching the point you want to be, where you're kind of starting to feel safe. If you can get the Monarch or something at this point and keep this Jace in play, you're going to be very happy. But obviously that's not just a easy get to that situation, but it's getting close now. This Saga is on 2.
Yeah,
so I think we're going to start the lock here.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about starting the lock. I feel like, for me personally, I'm just gonna try and squeeze out as many cards as I can from Jace. I feel like we need to get cards in our hand to beat this Urza Saga. Volty has no cards in hand, so I don't know how I feel about. I feel like ticking Jace up isn't going to be much use. Volty's maybe an Lava Spur Boots or something next turn. I just feel like we could maybe just keep brainstorming, prioritize that card advantage, keep our hand full of removal spells that we know Raymond's playing, and that might be an option for us. But yeah, we're making a contract here, and it's what, a 4/4? It's big. Volty's got more plays.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Is this the Eldrazi Temple activation? I think we're considering something. No, we're charging up our laser, our Gold Amulet. And that's a reader.
It's a crazy card. I was playing it over the weekend as well, and I mean, even half of that, I'd read it myself just to make sure I was reading the thing correctly. There are so many lines of text for not a lot really going on.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about this card, but it's good in this deck. I mean, power and toughness on a construct is kind of sweet. And there it is. There's another one. Not even matching tokens Volty. Come on. Where's the windmill tokens from Unfinity?
Shout out the windmill tokens.
They're the
Not unfinity, they're unhinged or something?
unhinged
Unglued?
something. I know
Unglued,
technically
maybe.
they're not legal game pieces because they're from an unset, but come on. We don't even have matching constructs.
Have you seen those windmills? Crazy.
Those windmills are nuts. So Volty's going to opt for a expedition map. Interesting. This is... I wonder what she's going to go for. I'm going to put my bet in here, Cull. Okay?
Yep.
Abstergo Entertainment. Exile the graveyard to stop a Murktide and get back Urza Saga. That's what I'm putting my money on.
Like a pretty solid choice. And there's... A hand is just a city.
Yeah. Now, I know... I don't know that Volty's going to do this, but I do know Volty... She did it against me, and it was just completely backbreaking. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm a genius.
Yep.
Maybe. We're still looking. But she was able to swallow up my life from the loam and my strip mine, whilst also getting back a Saga. It just feels so bad. Am I...
A 4 for 1? A 5 for 1?
I don't
Million
know.
for one?
It felt so bad. There it is. Abstergo, get back Urza Saga, and this is kind of the nightmare for you if you're the Esper player, right? This is just another Urza Saga, 2 more constructs you need to worry about.
And none of these are cards, you know, we turned our Saga into a map, we turned the map into this land.
Yeah,
Play in the land, so you can't counter it, and then we're going to go reduce it into another land.
we haven't cast a spell yet.
We are recycling and reusing and reducing our carbon footprint all in one.
I'm going to say this right now. This deck Volty is playing is literally lands. This is lands. Oh, there's a march. There's one removal spell out of the way.
Bots is just lands with better cards, right?
Yeah. Crack the clue. Draw a card. Yeah, this is great.
And our Jace is still here.
Jace is still alive, which is important. I wonder if we're going to continue ticking it up, or if we're going to try and, you know, brainstorm or do something. But it's a grindy game. I mean, if I was an Esper player, well, yeah, I'd be feeling almost safe. This is it's close, but I mean, we're almost at a point where we feel comfortable. If a couple of good draws, some brainstorms, there we go. That Daze is going to not be much help, and it looks like Volty is going to be cracking the Abstergo. Get back Urza Saga. I think that's the right play. We don't want to give Raymond the chance of casting a Murktide Regent. That card notably is really good against the Selesnya bots deck.
Yeah, do you know where Abstergo comes from? I believe it's Assassin's Creed or some sort of Universes Beyond. How do we get it into our format? Where did it come from?
Now, I'm no expert, but I believe it's Assassin's Creed. Can we get an Assassin's Creed expert in the comments to confirm this?
Historian fan or a time traveler or something?
Alright, so we've just ticked up Jace, and we've seen the relic, and we've allowed Volty to draw it. Once again, another artifact. It also draws a card. It's interesting. We're giving Volty some breathing room here, allowing her to kind of cantrip her way to a threat. There's
Yeah, so the deck does play 12 creatures, 2 walkers, and a bunch of vehicles and stuff these days, but just drawing lands and relics, it's not nothing. Like you're happy having time here until this Jace ults or something, then you're in a bit of trouble. But for now, we're happy just waiting, I think, until we can slam threat. But I think as an Esper player, I'm kind of looking pretty happy here. I'm starting to put things on the board. This Jace is getting up.
Oh!
And a second Planeswalker.
Another Planeswalker has hit the table. This is it. This card is OP.
Kaito from the standard set?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Duskmourn brought us Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. This is also a card that's notably quite good into constructs. It looks like that little dinosaur is going to be our Kaito emblem. I think we'll speak to Raymond outside of the game here, maybe bring in a level 7 judge to talk about the fact that we need to be bringing our tokens and emblems here.
I believe that dinosaur is the substitute from Pokemon?
Hmm.
The substitute doll from the move. So maybe we're substituting that as our emblem, you know? That seems reasonable.
Trying to see into Raymond's hand here. We have a counter spell, which is funny because Volty's not casting nothing.
Yeah.
There's a Mishra's Bauble. She's pulled to the top as well. A Shadow Spear is pretty interesting. I do like this kind of mindset of pull all the cards you think you're interesting to the top and have a think about it.
Yeah, I always feel smart doing that in lands when my saga hits 3, but it's always I have like 3 things. I'm not really choosing between much, but I feel smart having like them pulled to the top and act like I have choices to make.
Yeah, I think this Shadow Spear is probably just like the best option out of what's essentially all the bad options. I don't think Volti particularly wants it. The life total probably isn't going to be much very important here. Raymond's either going to lock you out of the game with the Jace ultimate, or you're going to overtake it, or I'm not sure, we'll see. But the trample isn't nothing. I guess Raymond's probably not going to play many blockers, and Volti is counting, which is terrifying.
Yeah, when your opponent counts, something's going to be going down.
Yeah, I know, it's so scary. So on goes the Shadow Spear, and I'm getting in. Is that on the spawn?
On our Scion?
On our Scion?
On a spawn?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a spawn.
I think it's a 0-1 from something.
Yeah, get in.
We have a OTJ construct, I think, maybe, and some other construct. So we're going sideways now.
Yep. And Raymond's looking through the hand. I see a counter spell. I think I see a Snapcaster Mage as well, which is unfortunately not what we want. I think there's a Voider in there as well. There's a Snapcaster Mage. Yeah. Interesting.
Not many flashback options here, unfortunately, but it is a blocker.
Yeah, we're flashing in our blocker, I guess.
Would you pay a point for an ambush viper? That's the question I'm gonna ask.
I would not pay a point for Snapcaster Mage.
Even better.
Yep. Oh, this is a big play here, and this is kind of it feels like a corner turn for Volti here. We flashing in Talon Gates and Madara.
It's a land stack. What are we doing over here? What's going on?
I told you it's a land stack.
Can't any of these things.
And this is very tight play from Volti. Also getting rid of that Jace is really cool. But yeah, Talon Gates. It's an MH3 card as well, and a very powerful land that I think this will be a great addition to the format. Obviously, as a lands player, I think it's great, but yeah, it looks like now we're starting to fall behind. This Kaido can put a sleepy counter on something, but it looks like our hand here for Raymond is Counterspell, Mental Misstep, Mana Leak. So 3 counter spells, and Volti, I don't think Volti's cast a spell.
Yeah, I'm just counting Volti's mana here. We're roughly over 850, I think, roughly. So these mana leaks aren't doing much.
Yeah. There it is. Sleepy counter on the construct. Volti was ready with the big foam dice.
Tucked in and put the construct to bed. He'll be waking up in a few rotations here.
Yeah. Kaido getting in. We're passing the turn. We have 3 counter spells up. We need a big draw here from Volti to slam the door shut. That's what I want to see.
No windmill slamming has been done just yet.
Yep.
But we're moving game pieces. Flipping game pieces. Trap cards, perhaps.
I believe if a token flips over, it leaves the battlefield, right? That's how that works. So
that's true. And it can't return?
Yeah, our level 10 judge will be speaking with Volti outside of the video. Once again.
Talking to the higher ups as we speak.
Yep.
On the phone.
Goodbye, Kaido. Gain a bunch of life. That's so much life.
This Shadow Spear card's pretty good here. We actually can't see life totals. It's 20 something to something 4 currently.
I think it's 14.
Could be 74. We don't know. Our opponents, our players here could be cheating.
Yep, could be. So there's a land in hand for Raymond. I'm trying to see what that gold card is. I feel like it's Void Rend. But yeah, Urza Saga just putting in the work that we said it would, right? This card is such a beating for control decks. It feels so bad to remove a Saga. And here we go. We're just moving over the Shadow Spear. We're getting in again.
If our hand over there is an Eldrazi Confluence and a something. Maybe a land. This is a land stack after all. It is a land. Oh, it's a good land though.
Japanese Urza's Cave. Yep.
What could you find off the cave at this point? What do you need at this point? We're already cooking. Stew's in the broth.
Another Abstergo? I don't know. Echoing Deeps? No, we're done here. Pack him up. Pack him up. Yep. Yeah, clean from Volty. I think that decision to go get the map and then go get the Abstergo Entertainment to bring back Saga was kind of the decision point that won her the game. I think that was an extremely heads-up play. And it looks like Raymond's starting the game with a Kaido emblem in play.
Yeah, I guess, he isn't playing many ninjas besides the Kaido, as far as I can tell. So, I don't think it will come up too much, but hopefully this is just a substitute for something else this game. You never know.
Hopefully Raymond cast a hand attack spell. Okay, he did.
Yeah. Do you know what these cards are?
That's Manifold Trinisphere, Thran Spider. What the hell is that? Mystic Forge
Thunderhawk Gunship.
Thunderhawk Gunship.
Have you heard of this card before?
It's a commander card if I've ever seen it.
Trent played it on a model the other day, and I was scratching my head. I had not seen this card in a game before. It's a 6-mana 6/6 vehicle with flying that, when it enters, makes 2/2/2 white Astartes warrior tokens. I think they have vigilance, and when it attacks it gives all your other creatures that are attacking flying until end of turn. So it's gives your robots jetpacks as it goes to combat, which is kind of sick.
Yeah, very cool. It looks like Volty's mana vault was mental misstep, so Volty probably not happy that she took the point off mental misstep there, but that's okay. And our Gaia's Cradle doesn't currently tap for mana, but it will. The Thran Spider is also just a cool card. I played that a lot in Standard back in the day. I think there was like a Lost Caverns of Ixalan artifact deck that I made. It was like Azorius artifacts with... Oh, never mind. Let's stop talking about artifacts. Clarion Conqueror has entered the battlefield. This is a new one.
This is a new one. This is from Tarkia Dragonstorm. It's a flying 3/3 that says no, I believe. The card texture says flying and no below it.
It does. So it is a bit of a nombo. A bit of a nombo with our Planeswalkers in our deck. Obviously, it is a symmetrical effect, but I think it's gonna hurt Volty a lot more than it's gonna hurt Raymond.
Yeah, and if our Baleful Shrift gains abilities as an artifact or as a creature, I think both of them will be gone with this Conqueror. So a double-edged sword on that one as well. We have drawn a third land here, letting us put the Spider into play.
I can also see a Null Rod in Raymond's hand.
They have a Null Rod, a Force of Negation, I think it's a Pending, and something else.
You see Volty flip
Frisbee here?
That first, she's done that before, that was sweet. That was so sick, alright.
I believe Volty was up the night before, up until the late hours, just practicing getting those Power Stones across the table.
Yeah. She did it to me multiple times, and we did have a laugh about how the Spider has reach. Yeah, we did have a laugh about how the Power Stone doesn't feel very symmetrical.
Yeah, this Thran Spider having reach has got me so many times when the Marit Lage is going coast to coast, and then little 3-drop 2/4 just gets in the way and buys him a turn every time.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think it's a bit of a flavor fail. I mean, spiders generally live on the ground, and I don't think you can't. I don't want to hear the web.
Webs?
Don't give me the web argument. All right. What?
They hang from trees. They're making stuff.
True.
You know.
Marit Lage notably sneaks through trees to, I don't know.
Also, these Power Stones do actually come up in a lot of decks. I don't believe Raymond's going to have too many choices here of how to spend these. He can use them to crack clues if it comes up.
Power Stones can also pay for Tabernacle. I found that out against Volty.
I've used them to pay for Beseiju activations and make my Saga really, really good. So I'm always kind of happy when the opponent plays a Thran Spider, because I'm kind of thinking, what's in my deck today that I can use this little free trinket for, you know?
Yeah, a little treat. Big money here.
Unfortunately, it isn't a treat when this Thran Spider is getting in the way as well.
Vintage Cube last pick staple Esika's Chariot has entered the battlefield, and it's getting Force of Negation. We're paying the iron price for FON, but yeah, the Esika's Chariot, that card is... I'd never pick that card in Vintage Cube, but it's sick here.
I know it makes like 2 1/1 cats or 2/2 cats.
It makes 2/2 cats. You can also crew it, and when it attacks, it makes a copy of a target token you control. I believe it exists in there to make more Urza Saga constructs. Is generally what Volti's doing with it. But we can also make
More power stones.
we can make more power stones. We can make Astartes warrior tokens with our battleship. It does a lot of things.
Oh, Marit Lages. A second Marit Lage, you know? Giving your Lage pseudo vigilance.
Volti packing it up. We're done. I think the Clarion Conqueror is a bit of a beating, and yeah, Volti, as you can see there, the control deck post board does feel a little better, but now Raymond has to beat Volti on the draw, and
yeah, Bots loves the draw. Bots is happy to start jamming things before anything besides free permissions online. Raymond obviously looking a lot better in the post board games when you can side out your cards that really don't do much in the matchup, and side in these haymakers like the Conqueror, Silence, Null Rod, so on and so forth, and what have you. We got Tower Bauble here. Start off.
yeah, it looks like Volti was able to see that Stony Silence, I think, is what we drew. And drawing 2 cards. So Volti is going to have to play through a Stony Silence, but notably, Urza Saga is quite good into that card.
Yeah, not even just Saga. The bots deck, obviously playing the Planar Nexus and the Tron lands, along with its Academy and Workshop and Traders and Tomb. It's just making mana out of nowhere half the time, and none of it's coming from artifacts. So like, we've got 3 mana on turn 2 still. We've got the Spider. We don't need to activate artifacts. We're just gonna, put these threats into play off our lands that tap for 1 trillion each.
It's back, and there it is. There's our Stony Silence. That Power Stone token not looking too good, but hey, the Spider can turn right, and it will be doing just that. So maybe slowing Volti down just a little bit, but our lands do generally tap for more than 1 mana, so maybe there's a line. We're jamming something.
3 mana something, perhaps.
Oh my god, I know it. I can't remember the name of this.
The Night Scythe.
That's it, yes. This card is sick. It's also a reader.
This one I know it has flying as well, because it also surprise blocks my Marit Lage all the time.
Shout out Volti. Volti having the tokens. Yeah.
The Necron token.
The Necron. Oh, there's a Tolarian Academy as well. The Necron token is an artifact, and there's a powerful magic here. That was there's so many permanents in play.
Yeah, and there's a Stony Silence stopping our artifact deck.
Yep.
Wait, is it stopping the artifact deck? I don't know what's going on over here. They're still making things.
I think the current iteration of bots is pretty resilient to no artifact. I think they're still worth bringing in, but every day I kind of look at my Force of Vigors and my energy fluxes as the real answers to decks like this. I think Force of Vigor right now, just as a 2 for 2 is kind of sweet. Say goodbye to your Nettlecyst, say goodbye to your little Night Scythe, and maybe that feels a little bit better. But yeah, Volti just showing that, post board, I don't really care about your Null Rod.
Yeah.
How many permanents we have?
You have to bring it in and just hope it affects your bot's opponent's game plan. Because sometimes they just might have the land mana. Sometimes they might have the artifact mana in hand, Like I think last game that misstep hitting the vault took off a lot of mana.
Yeah.
But this game, it's just all in the lands.
Yeah, there's a goal loss as well. Goal loss drawn for turn, and yeah.
Heartless Act is still in the deck here, and it just removed something.
I think this Heartless Act, is a good card here. It hits Saga constructs. It's relatively always online, and there's goal loss. This card's banned in Commander.
Counters off in this deck? Creatures we can take counters off? I don't think Heartless Act is doing that, is it?
No, it's a 2 mana kill whatever you play. And there's Urza Saga.
You can take counters off the Frog and the Murktide region. That's something. That's more text.
It is. I think we missed a land drop on Raymond's side too. There's our Surveil land. So yeah, falling behind here. You don't want to stumble on mana against this deck. You'll never be able to match it, but stumbling is not a good feeling.
Yeah, the hand had a Stony Silence in it, and at least 2 lands, so we're definitely getting that down. We just have a Frog, a Preordain, maybe a Mana Leak still pending.
Yeah.
I'm losing my sight over here, but
I also really value hand attack against these decks. I know that It's not always great to draw hand attack, but sometimes a well-timed, a well-timed Thoughtseize or Duress can catch, one of their big payoffs. You
Yeah,
can
I
kind
mean,
of
like we saw game 2, the Trinisphere is a lot better for Raymond when it's in the grave, not in the field.
read. This prismatic ending's not feeling bad, but there it is, the Deep Cavern Bat.
The bat.
And we're definitely taking the Sony Mug Spawn.
The Nico spawn.
This card ruined Legacy, and I mean, if Volty was able to cast that Mug Spawn, that was say goodbye to your white source, and I go and get another land. I don't know.
It does so much.
Yep. Crack in the Urza's cave. Not sure why he lived in a cave. Doesn't make much sense to me.
Urza?
Yeah.
I think you might own the cave. You could make it an investment property.
That's true. That makes sense.
It's not Urza's dwelling,
That's a flavor. That's not a flavor fell because it does go. It goes and gets another land, right? So it kind of is an investment property,
True. So it's Urza's investment property cave, not a dwelling, not a house, not a living situation.
Agreed. And we almost got a disgusting whitewater forest before putting it back in the deck, and there's a horizon canopy.
You're not a whitewater fan over there?
I do like a whitewater card, but that forest is a little bit heinous.
I live in this deck. It makes it easy to fetch it, right? When you need to find your basic, you can just kind of flick through and find the whitewater card. I guess there is a Mana Vault and a Savannah as well, it looks like.
I guess the only basics I'm wanting people to play nowadays is the Fortnite ones.
Are you a Fortnite basic?
Fortnite basics are so sick. Speaking of whitewater cards, there's our Mana Vault. A lot of mana and kind of know where to go.
Yeah, this is the part of the bots deck where you're just kind of drawing the mana and not the payoff for it, which is it's good for Raymond. It usually helps him buy a turn or something here. Hopefully get a bit more stabilized, kind of use his pending and use our other cards in hand. But there are creatures going sideways as we speak.
Yeah, and we have an Urza Zaga contract coming up soon. There's the Tracking of Horizon Canopy. This card's so sweet. What did we draw? Something worth flicking around.
Thoughts are being had.
We just picked up a dice. It's terrifying. What are we doing? A passing. Alright, great. Maybe a Kozilek's Command. I can't quite see what that was.
Like a talisman? Maybe? I want to say it's the Golgari talisman. That's my bet. I'm putting it in. All in.
Not Commander Sphere.
Commander Sphere.
That card's OP.
What format are we in?
It's OP.
The only sphere I care about is the resistance one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, what are we doing? Something.
4 mana. Preordain. We're looking.
Looking
Going
at
for a search.
Alluring Revealed and something else. I guess, I don't know if we have a sweeper in Raymond's deck, but a sweeper might give us a turn or two.
I don't think we have any artifact sweepers.
Oh, we're prismatic ending the Necron, and then we're playing a frog. All right.
Now, Frog is one of the cards that boss does not want to see. You read this card?
I have read this. It's just Psychotog, but worse, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't see any play in pre-modern, unlike Psychotog, but in a format that's a bit more powered down like ours, the Psychic Frog here is actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. More people need to play Accumulator Knowledge. That card owns.
In a singleton format?
I said what I said, alright? I don't...
Stand by it. Commit to the bid.
there has been times where I see someone in another format play AK, and I'm like, why do people play AK in our format? It's so sweet, and then I forget that we can
realize.
Yep, it's okay.
Happens to the best of us.
It's alright. Maybe there's some bad MTG combo we can put together to make another copy of AK in our graveyard. So a couple of options here for Volty. Pulling the Haywire Mite to the top is very interesting here. It looks like it's going to be Vexing Ball though instead. Yeah, why get Haywire Mite? I guess we don't have green mana. It's probably our thought.
Also probably not too fast to crown. We've got a bunch of robots in play. We kind of want to find a way to get rid of this frog, I guess.
Yeah.
It's very sticky.
It is very sticky. I think if it had come down earlier, it would have been a bit more of a problem. I think now we've gone over the top of this Esper deck, but it can tango.
We do have a talisman in hand, it looks like. A Thought Not Seer.
That's also
this card's pretty good.
Yeah. Revealing lose focus, counterspell, and mana leak. So just 3 counterspells and no mana to cast it. Well, that's not going to be very helpful. Volty is now seeing that we have the all clear, and we're just kind of counting our numbers, deciding, you know, are we going to be able to kill Raymond here or not? What is that? It's a talisman or something. I don't know what that is, but it does look a lot like Commander Sphere.
I'm so in on the green black talisman. I don't think it's Commander Sphere.
It looks so much like Commander Sphere. That card's OP. Have you cast it? We're going down to 3.
Hopefully Raymond here draws the Git probe so we can actually figure out what this card is.
Revealing an island. Fist bump. Congratulations, Volty. A classic showing of an extremely powerful deck. Selesnya bots. Any final thoughts, Cull?
It was a good match.
Yeah.
I love seeing both these decks. No scrolly crawly, which is one of my bot's favorites run up today. But that's alright. I'm sure that saw a lot of play throughout the day. But no, sweet.
Yeah, sweet game. Well done again, Volty. Very tight, well played Magic. It's what we've come to expect from her. And yeah, well done Raymond as well for getting a game off of Volty and for putting up a really good fight in game 1 as well. Very tight Magic as well, and a really sweet deck playing some kind of unplayed cards. It's very, very cool. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give us a like and subscribe. It does help us a lot, and we do appreciate it. Until next time, this has been the Rad Nauseam Invitational Qualifier, round 3, and we'll see you shortly for round 4. How exciting.
See you later.